Big Scuba Crazy, all that. And today we about to react to something different. This ain't music. About to react my nigga Gully Boy. He be making like little I don't want to say skits. He be making videos like kind of summing up a movie in like a few minutes. But he sum up like hood movies, black movies that like you know nobody else do on YouTube but a few people. You know what I'm saying? Gully Boy and probably Moses Prim, and now it's probably more people doing it. Back in the day, you really couldn't find like movie critics watching Friday or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to just watch this. I don't watch Love and Basketball. You know, I don't watch Gully Boy hella times, but let me just react to it. Something different. Let me see what he's saying. And that's just shit I want to do. So let's get into it.
Ever since they were youngins, they both had aspirations to play professional basketball.
And then too, like I always wanted it to be a way. Like I feel like Gully Boy and Moses Prim. I feel like they I feel like they mastered what they do, whatever it's called. Like as far as on the black side of things with the movies and stuff. Like I always wanted to find a way to be able to watch movies and like talk to people about certain stuff. Like even this, like or watching Friday with people and like describing certain stuff, like about Craig stealing the boxes or something. I don't know. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. I know I'm just rambling.
Monica was the Tom girl that had a mother that never understood her daughter's behaviors, and Q was the son of an already NBA player that gives him life lessons and pipes down women that aren't his wife. When Monica and Q would meet for the first time, they'll play a 2-on-2 game of 21 where Q couldn't handle
That's when they thought she was a boy. She had the hat on.
Jade on profusely by a girl. He got Jade on so much that his inner Ike Turner came out and scarred up her face. But all jokes aside, these was just kids being kids, and they'll grow a bond as they share many hobbies. This would also carry on when they get older, and in some cases, they'll face the same struggles they faced as children. For Monica, it's mainly her mother's acceptance, as in her teen years, her mother still hopes she'll get out her tomboy phase, even though she's a full-blown dedicated hooper who hates riding the bench.
Sit down and shut up.
Monica.
And for Q, it will be problems at his home life, which
makes say Q. It's funny to me when they do that. Like I'll be watching their videos, and like they call an actor by a name that like from a different movie. But most of the time, like if you see Omar Epps, he's Q. You know what I'm saying? Day Day. Everybody know who I'm talking about when I say Day Day. Like his name not even Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what movie Mike Epps in, show he in, that's Day Day. Roll bounce, he's Day Day. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just his notifier, I guess, because it's like his most, I bet best. What's the word I'm looking for? I hate when I do this. I guess that's his. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's like most watch or best performance. I don't know where I'm going.
Mainly consist of his father's infidelities. Problems would also ensue in Monica and Q's relationship as well. Teenage Q is the star of his high school team, which leads to him getting a whole lot of play from the ladies. That boy literally has a new hussy every week. Now this doesn't necessarily make Monica jealous. She just understands what comes with being a star on a high school team.
Lord, look at that booty. I just want to let the sweat off.
Yeah, that's
Sister.
Darvin. Yes, sir.
But Q would get jealous of Monica when she shows up to the school dance with the college boy.
Jason. Q.
But the saltiness wouldn't last long, as when they both make it back home, they each tell each other how their dates were shitty, leading to Monica getting turned on when Q reminds her that she crashed 4 offensive boards in her championship game.
Yeah, 4 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, you had 4 rebounds, you know what I'm saying?
This then leads to that Maxwell coming on.
This woman's world. Ooh, it's
so copyrighted.
And you know what happens when that Maxwell comes on? Yep, a lot of dicks flapping and cheeks clapping. As they get older, they'll face many hurdles in their relationship as they try to continue to have a good relationship with each other, all while still chasing their basketball goals. During their college years, they'll each face problems on and off the court. Monica will come in contact with the coach that will improve her game by teaching her not to flex after she hits a shot.
I want you to stand like that for the rest of practice. I want you to stand like that so you get sick of it, because I don't want to see it again. Do you hear me?
Q's troubles at home will taint his performance on the court, as his father can't resist the temptation of a hot, warm you-know-what. Q would ultimately see the hypocrite his father is, as he always tells him to be truthful, but he himself doesn't practice what he preaches.
The door was unlocked.
It still is. You can let yourself out.
This situation will also separate him and Monica, as he feels Monica wasn't there for him in the time of need. One night when Q was telling her his problems with his father, she tells him that she can't stay long as she has curfew.
If y'all don't watch this movie before, I feel like, and that's what I was saying earlier, like I like talking about this type of stuff with people, or I guess my chat or my subs. Like, I feel like he was overreacting, but then again, I know how it is. Like in the moment, he probably just feel like, man, fuck all that. You feel me? Man. He was supposed to be right there, but she had to go back to her dorm. She couldn't be curfew. You want me to get kicked off the team because you sad for real? I understand that's something serious, but like, come on now, like, you know what's up for real. You can't be mad at me because I don't want to get in trouble. It's different if like, you know, if I went to a party or something, or she went to a party or something, but like, no, she really had to go back to her dorm, or she was gonna be whatever, not able to play. I think it was you couldn't make. If you get curfew, I don't think you can play or some shit like that.
She violates her curfew, she won't be able to play in her next game.
You forgot to be there.
That night you wanted to talk about your dad. I had curfew. What was I supposed to do?
Stay.
Q sees this as she's putting her basketball priorities over him, which she darn sure has every right to do. They'll then break up, as Q also uses this opportunity to mess with other girls. But even with all that, Monica is still willing to fix their problems and still be together. But Q says to hell with that, as there's too much booty out there in the world for him to just ignore. 5 years later, Monica will become a superstar player overseas, winning championships. She'll also really begin to miss home. Meanwhile, Q is playing in the NBA as a Laker. Not having such a great season, he finally gets some playing time, but it wouldn't last long, as when he yams on a fast break, he tears his ACL. When Monica finds out about this news, she immediately flies back home to visit Q in the hospital. Monica would then drop a bombshell on Quincy by telling him that she's thinking about not playing ball anymore. Another bombshell would drop when she finds out that Q is engaged and is soon to be married.
Monica, this is Kara, my fiance.
Fiance? Wow.
Obviously distraught by this, Monica would then go to her mother for advice, but that doesn't do any good, as her mother is still holding a grudge against her for being a tomboy. As crazy as it sounds, her mother never accepted the fact that she'd rather hoop than wear high heels.
Yes, I think decorum is important, and yes, I'd rather bake a pie than shoot a stupid jump-up shot.
I mean, playing basketball is way better than being a crackhead or a prostitute, but a few...
And it's funny he say that because in Holiday Heart,
2 days later, her mother will finally get some sense, as she tells Monica that she's always admired her for never being a quitter. She will also give Monica the advice she wanted to hear from her concerning Q's engagement. She'll tell Monica that her and Q were meant to be together. One night while Q is back home, Monica would knock on his window and tells him how she truly feels. Q is not amused by this, as she never answered any of his calls in the 5 years they've been apart. It also doesn't help that Q's wedding is in 2 weeks. Realizing her faults, she tries to convince...
What would y'all do in that situation? If y'all ever seen this movie, which I'm sure y'all seen this movie, because, you know, but if y'all haven't, or fuck that, what would y'all do in that situation? Like, would y'all go for her, or would y'all just marry the girl y'all was gonna marry? But in the movie, you know, they was making it seem like he really ain't like her anyways. He kind of was just with her because I think it might have been some beneficial shit to it. I can't remember right this moment. But what would y'all do? Would y'all go for I forget her name. Would y'all go for her, or would y'all go ahead and get married? You know what I'm saying? But it's one of them things where it's like, if he married her, you know that shit gonna last. Feel me? A girl might not even mess with him, you know, after the money run out. I don't know if it was like a gold digging thing. I don't know. What would y'all do?
Q that he's making a mistake. Monica then offers Q to play her in a game of one-on-one to get his mindset on making the right decisions. Q would ultimately achieve victory by ferociously yamming on her in the paint. But after a very passionate game of one-on-one, Monica's tactic would definitely work, as Q chooses to be with her in the end. Years later, Monica is now a pro player for the LA Sparks, with Q and their daughter cheering her on.
It's fire too, well, like I said, when they didn't get married, like their whole family really didn't even like that girl anyways. I forget where the girl came from, or I think she was like somebody like introduced him to her or some shit like that. I don't know, but yeah, everybody wanted him to marry her anyways.
Nah, but on some real shit, this movie right here is definitely a classic, and I just know that I didn't do it justice in this little review right here. Like, this movie executes on the drama and romance so well that is definitely one of the few romance movies that I actually like. The story was written so well that it's guaranteed to have you glued to the TV. Man, if y'all haven't seen this one already, bro, y'all need to stop sleeping. This one is definitely a classic, and I'm gonna need you to watch it ASAP.
I'm actually gonna do another one of these reactions. I don't know if y'all like it. I mean, I don't get no views, so it's kind of hard for me talking like that because I really don't get no views. But I enjoy doing this, so I'm gonna do it again. So I don't really care how it do about the views. I just like doing this shit, so I appreciate myself. But since this ended the video, if y'all enjoyed this reaction, man, this is my reaction channel. I got a vlog channel, I got a regular channel, I got so many channels. All you gotta do is just go to my channel and you'll see all my other channels. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would have did if you would have married old girl, I forget her name, or would you have married the girl he was engaged to. But in that situation, it was kind of like nobody was really gonna be mad if he left that girl because like everybody wanted her to get married, you know, to him and shit, but like the parents and shit. So, but yeah, like I said, hope y'all enjoyed that.